Hello. I'm in a mood. Like, I know this going in. Let's see where this goes. Okay, so it is September. Where are they now? But I'm changing things up. So instead of going back 4 years, which I have been doing all this time, a few of you have asked if we could shorten that time frame a little bit, because 4 years in makeup land is a really long time. And you know what? You're right. So I'm going back 2 years, because I was getting a little bored of saying, yep, don't have this anymore, don't use this anymore, don't use this anymore. So we're going back 2 years. So we are going to 2015, which isn't that long ago, but it feels kind of long ago. So I've got my list. I do have it all printed out in very large font, so I can read it without my readers. And let's get started. So I started with non-beauty favorites, and I realized I left them all over there on the other side of the room. Hang on. You know what? I'm just going to insert pictures and make everyone's life a little easier. Okay, so the first of my favorites in 2015 was a Donna Morgan dress, and I continue to love my Donna Morgan dresses, and I still have them. They're over there off camera. The one I'm talking about in particular was a scuba fabric, which I say scuba, and I said it back then and I'll say it again. It's not really like the scuba fabric you would squeeze yourself into to actually jump off a boat and go underwater, but it is a very forgiving, non-wrinkly fabric that drapes over the body so nicely and hides any flaws that you have underneath, and is so travel friendly and such a great fabric for anyone, but especially a mature woman who just wants a little extra confidence, and who doesn't want that. This particular one I wore to my now sister-in-law's bridal shower. Back then she was my brother's fiance. Now she's my sister-in-law. And now she's about to be a mom. So wow, 2 years, a lot happens. Anyway, I'm very excited. I'm gonna be an aunt again for the first time in a very long time. But anyway, so that was that dress. Since then I have also purchased a red Donna Morgan dress that I have worn to death. Most recently I wore it to speak at a school assembly in the spring. I wore it last fall to Parents Weekend at Ole Miss. I'll insert a picture of that. Last fall, was it last fall? Yes, I wore another Donna Morgan dress to New York Fashion Week. I'll insert a picture of that. I'm a big fan. She has a new holiday fall collection out. There are a few things I have my eye on. So I love Donna Morgan. I'm always a size 4. I don't know how that works, but always a size 4 in her dresses. Love me a Donna Morgan dress. It's a great price point. It's always under $200. They hold up very nicely. So there you go. Another thing that I liked was from Bobble Bar. It was a confetti collar. I still have it. It's in my closet. I'm not even going to show it to you because you can't get it. And I think that's mean to be like, look at what you can't buy. I've noticed that Bobble Bar has really pared down their inventory. They used to have maybe dozens, if not hundreds, of necklaces and earrings and so forth. Really a much smaller capsule collection. I don't know what's going on with that, but that is no longer available. And I tried to see if they had anything similar. They do not, which is unfortunate. It was a really cute necklace. Then next, in September of 2015, were a bunch of book favorites. And what's really funny is those books, obviously those were favorites from 2 years ago. Now in 2017, they're all in a series, and those authors have released new books in the same series in September, and or recently, like in August. So the first one I talked about was Devoted in Death. It was the latest in the In Death series from J.D. Robb. She just released another one. I purchased it, and it is sitting in my to-read pile in my Kindle, in my virtual pile. So I'm about to read that one. The next one was a Red Rose Chain in the October Day series. Again, literally just came out as I'm filming this like yesterday. So that one I also just purchased and is about to be read. Magic Shifts. I don't know. I think there's a new one coming out. That one she's a little late on releasing a new one. Who Let the Dog Out? It's an Andy Carpenter book in the Andy Carpenter series. A new one of those was already released. I'll link that one. That one is, the main character is he's an attorney who retired because he won the lottery. No, because he inherited like hundreds of millions of dollars, but he always comes back and takes these ridiculous cases for like $1. And he's in New Jersey. They're very humorous. They're very tongue-in-cheek and silly and very fun to read. And then The last book that I loved back in 2015 that I talked about was The Nature of the Beast by Louise. It was the latest in the Inspector Gamache series, and I am in the middle of the latest book in the Inspector Gamache series that I'm reading right now, which is why I haven't gotten to the other ones that I've been talking about. Her books are very meaty and deep, so you can't just race through one of those. So highly recommend that one, and I will link to the first book in all of those series so you can get started on them if you want to start with them. Highly recommend those. Now let's get to the good stuff. Skincare, makeup, all those things. So in 2015, a favorite was the Origins 3-part Harmony Serum. And I think, if I remember correctly, the first bottle was sent to me for a blog post to review, and I liked it so much, I bought at least one, if not 2 more bottles. And then I discovered this. This is from Colleen Rothschild. It's the Vitamin C Treatment Complex, and I like this more. It's a similar concept. It has vitamin C in it that I think everyone should have in their skincare repertoire, and it's a much more stable and more powerful vitamin C delivery system. It's opaque, and that's it. I like it. It fits well into my skincare routine, and I've been using it devotedly ever since. Then I talked about the Clarins Instant Concealer. Where are you? This is a newer tube. I love this stuff. In fact, before I decided that I was filming this video, I actually used this yesterday. This is one of those concealers that I think everyone should have in their collection. You might not use it every day, but if you're having a bad skin day where your skin, just nothing seems to be going right or blending well, this is the concealer to grab for. If you need to touch up under your eyes at the end of the day and your skin already on top of your makeup, this is one of those concealers that can blend on top of what you already have. It goes on top of blemishes well. It's just a little workhorse that doesn't get a lot of love, and it's so lightweight and yet covers really, really nicely. A reason why I like doing these videos is because you get to revisit old favorites and remember things you may have forgotten about, because it's an endless stream of new favorite shiny toys every month. This is from Butter London, a brand that doesn't get talked about enough. This is an eyeshadow duo. It's so weird. This is a little eyeshadow duo. The cream shade, it's more like an ivory butter color. I don't think it was meant to be a butter color, but it is. And then there's this funky duochrome shade. It's called Flutter, I believe. It's very much like MAC's Club. It's a, looks a little green here, but when you swatch it, it swatches with a rust undertone. Ooh, the cicadas are out. Can you hear that? They're a good price point. They're not like crazy expensive. They're very much affordable. Check out Butter London. And they're fun because they come in this little case, but they're meant to be popped into these little shadow palettes that they have. So very fun little brand here. Okay, this is almost mean to show you. And I actually put this away because it's a limited edition palette, and it's like, why create looks with this when if you don't own the palette now, you'll never own the palette. But this was sent to me from Tarte. It was part of their holiday collection. Why they release holiday stuff in September, I don't know, but they do. And this was the Tarte Light of the Party palette, and this cracks me up. I still have the, this should be thrown out, the little baby mascara that came with it. But this is what we're here to talk about. This is such a beautiful palette. Why? I think I'm just gonna start wearing it again, and that's just too bad. These are like perfect for, this is like the perfect Marnie palette. They're neutral, mostly warm tone eyeshadows. There's gotta be dupes out there. I mean, right? There has to be. There's a nice mix of matte, satin, and sparkly, shimmery ones, and they're beautiful. And I'm going to start playing with them again. The one thing I don't like is you can't get it out of here. So, I mean, this is a lot. This is a big case. This is a lot going on here. I will say though, for travel though, it's actually not, the one thing it has going for it is because it's so padded, this is a quilted case, is that, you know, it might not break in travel. Now the new palette that I think is limited edition, and it's certainly very difficult to get, that I am currently obsessed with, is what I'm wearing right now. And it's this bad girl, the Jaclyn Hill palette, and mine came yesterday, and she pretty. Yep, yeah, you've seen it all over the internet. Like, I don't need to tease you any more than this, but I will link below the tutorial that I copied to see what's going on here. I use shades I would never have thought I would actually wear, like pink. I have pink in the middle of my lids. Doesn't come off pink exactly, so it's very wearable. That's my current limited edition favorite. All right, what was I loving? Oh yeah, the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette. This guy. So I loved this for two things. One, I loved this middle one to set my under eye concealer, and I still like it, but what I reach for now more so, because it doesn't shimmer as much as I'm wearing it today, is the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder, and it's a heck of a lot more travel friendly, and it takes up a lot less space in my makeup drawer. I mean, there's that. Also, I used to really love bronzing with one of these. I think it was this one, and you all know I love the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. Like, that's just, I love it. I'm on my second one. And then I liked contouring with the other one, but I've gone back to pretty much never contouring, but when I do, it's the Kevyn Aucoin Medium Sculpting Powder. I feel like I'm in a Dos Equis commercial. I almost never, whatever, but when I do, okay, I don't know where I'm going with that. Sorry. Alrighty. Then in September 2015, one of my favorites was the YSL Touche Club Foundation, which doesn't exist anymore. I also mentioned the Guerlain Lingerie Depot Foundation, which it does not exist in its current form anymore. I also talked about the NARS Sheer Glow in Mont Blanc. Why do we not talk about that foundation anymore? Like, it used to be the only foundation that the original beauty gurus talked about. It's like nothing. What happened to that? My last makeup favorite was the Clinique Lip Color Pop. I think that's the right order. In the shade Plum Pop, which is still very much a favorite. I actually had to go dig it out of my purse for this video because I've been wearing it a lot. And it is, where did it go? I said I dug it out of my purse and, oh, I put it on and then I left it in front of the mirror. Good one, Marn. To another plummy favorite this time of year, if lipstick is not your thing. Since that video, I picked up another Clarins Instant Light Lip Perfector in the shade, I think it's Plum. On the actual tube, it only says 08. And it's pretty much this color, but just in a sheer shade. And then the last thing I talked about in September of 2015 were two more rings. Okay, I was a little disorganized back then. Nothing has changed. They were both from Bobble Bar, and it was the Ice Lateral Ring and the Ice Parallel Ring, which I actually still have, and they are back in my jewelry collection. I will link to that video if you haven't seen it. It's a doozy. And again, Bobble Bar just totally axed their ring collection to almost nothing. I don't know what's going on, Bobble Bar. Makes me a little sad. We celebrated our 20th wedding anniversary, Michael and I, this June, and so he gave me a new ring, this guy. And so since I've been wearing this, I really don't wear any other rings on this hand. And I certainly am not going to take this off to put on something else. So I'm really kind of done with the costume rings for now. But since we're sitting here talking about new Bobble Bar stuff, these are fun. I have these in the like ombre pink, but these are a little more, well, I don't want to say they're understated because this is a seriously huge tassel dangling from my ear. And I get this is not for everyone, but to make them more wearable, they are in beige. So they're fun, and they're not heavy because it's just like, it's just embroidery floss. So there's not a lot to it, but it is definitely a statement earring. So if you're looking for something a little different, these are fun. They come in other colors, but I picked out the beige one because I just thought, let's try a statement earring in an understated way. Let me know if I pulled that off. I don't know. Anyway, those were my September favorites from 2015. Where are they now? A lot of them are still here this time, so that's kind of exciting. Let me know what you think. Were you here 2 years ago? Are you new? Introduce yourself. If you've never said hello, please do. Be sure to read the description box all the way to the bottom. As always, thank you so much for watching and spending time with me. I do appreciate it. And as always, I look forward to reading your comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.